Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. Come in, take a seat, take a seat. Welcome to this family of love. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being amazing and for sticking with me. If this is your first time seeing my beautiful face, my name is Vivian. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Canada. I make videos about life as an immigrant, thriving in Canada. um, God, faith, and everyday happenings. So you're welcome. Make yourself comfortable, feel at home, and let's get into this. So today we're going to be talking about culture shock. Yes, I have been in Canada for a little over 6 months now, and yeah, I can say that I've had my fair share of culture shock. And my list today might not be exhaustive, so I'll most likely do like an update to this list or to this video. But for now, we'll just get into the things that really shook me when I came to this country and when they started happening. Stay tuned, relax, and let's get into this. Yeah. Now, the first one is work culture. See, I am a Nigerian, and back home I used to work in a financial institution, one of the biggest in Africa, if I say so myself. And there's a way work is like, it's standard at work is Monday to Friday, right? Welcome to the land of Canada where banks operate on Saturdays. Yes. So I'm used to, like, when we say TGIF, where I come from, it's like TGIF because you're closing laptop and nothing is not you and laptop, you don't have any business, any relationship on Saturdays and Sundays. But that's not how it is here. Here, you actually get dressed and go to the office on Saturdays, and clients walk in to be attended to. Like, I find that, for lack of a better word, funny. Like, are you not supposed to be in your house, cuddling your wife, playing with your children, going to the park, shopping, cleaning, doing stuff? What are you looking for in a bank on Saturday, for God's sake? Like, maybe because of where I'm from, it's okay for like stores to be open on Saturdays because, oh yeah, people would come in to shop and stuff. But what am I doing in an official environment on Saturday? Well, that is it. That one shocked me. I cannot see. Not shocked me till today. It's still shocking me. But I digress. Now let's go. So number 2 on my list is, I'm sure you all have heard this before, the monthly bills. And why this is a little bit shocking to me is, well, where I am from, we don't pay things like bills aren't monthly. In fact, there are times when they offer you monthly bills, maybe for cleaning. If you stay in a shared compound and you have people that come to clean, they'll say, oh, the bill is maybe 2,000 naira monthly. You would rather pay it like, oh, 2,000 monthly, no problem, 24K for the year. You'd rather pay it up so that you know that like you don't have any business discussing bills every month, right? But here, in fact, most people will not even want to take it from you. If someone, like maybe your rent and stuff, if your landlord decides to take your bill in like annually, say, oh, you offer to pay for the year and he takes it from you, two things. It's either your landlord is desperately in need of money, or you don't trust you, like you're not credit worthy, or maybe you haven't built enough credit history for them to ascertain your credit behavior, and that's why they will just want to take it, so they are also safe and secure. Because even the person you're paying the bills to, right, has bills that he is paying monthly. Do you get? Let me explain it. Say you're okay. Example: the apartment that we stay in is we have a landlady. She pays her mortgage every month, right? So if I pay her for the year, what if she uses the money to do something else? Like something comes up, she uses the money to do other things. What will not happen to her mortgage? Think about it like that. So the fact that bills are paid monthly, it sort of helps you save and plan, but it takes a lot of adjusting. For me, I'm still adjusting to it. Like every week you see me with laptop looking for what is not missing, trying to allocate this fund to this fund, this fund to this fund. You guys should pray for me, oh, so I will get, so me and my husband will get the jobs that we are looking for. Just pray for us, okay? Amen. Amen. Now on to the next one. Next one, and this one I know you have also heard it. The weather is the weather. I know that, I used to hear about the cold in Canada and how summer is actually very hot, winter is quite cold, the fall, like I read up about it now because me, I knew I didn't, I can't say that I knew what I was getting into, but I thought I was prepared for what I was getting into. I think that's the right word. Yeah. We came in summer. Yes, we landed on the 1st of June. So we came in summer. And the first night, I'm like, I was sweating. Like, what's going on here? Is this the kind abroad that they've been telling me about? Canada is cold, Canada is cold. What is this? I say, even when I do all those my small vacations to neighboring countries to home, Dubai, Ghana, neighboring, like I even feel more cold than what exactly is happening here. Why am I that night when I came out and we told our yard people, our hosts in Canada, they're like, no, just put on the AC, don't worry. Time is coming when you understand cold. I'm like, well, the time should come, let me understand the cold. Little did I know that the cold was coming. So then, if you go out like this, if you even wear jeans, your sweat, like your body is pinching you. I never really understood why people in this part of the world dress the way they dress, but now I think I kind of understand it. Sometimes the heat is so much that you feel like you're almost dying. Well, not for me, but when people around me talk about it, I kind of understand because I can feel the heat. Yeah, but I can. It's okay. Like not, it's not okay, per se, but I can withstand it. After all, in Lagos, we are getting to 30. We used to reach 30 something, and we used to survive there. But here, then talk about the cold. I'll try to insert a video or a picture here, right? I'll try to insert one to show you guys how there was this day I went to do my nails and I didn't check the forecast for the day. I was in the salon and it started snowing. I wore Crocs. People of God, Crocs and socks. My leg, like when I came back home, I couldn't feel my toes. Like I could not move. I couldn't move it. It was that bad. This thing I'm telling you is not even a joke. The weather is actually the weather. When they tell you that this place is cold, it is cold. But if you dress for the weather, you have nothing to worry about. So while it is a shock to me, I've also come to understand that if you pad up for the weather, then you just feel heavy, right? This is what I always say. Sometimes when I kit up, wear all my layers and all, and then put on my winter jacket, I feel like an astronaut because this is how I used to hang, like someone that is in space. My hands cannot even come down because you're so padded trying to prevent the cold. But if you actually dress right for the weather, then you're good to go. You don't have anything to worry about. But the weather is actually the weather. When it is cold, it is cold. When it is hot, it is hot. And then we have the beautiful weather, which is sometime in the spring and the summer. The summer has great days as well because we came in June. I experienced summer, experienced spring, and then spring, fall, yes, and then winter. So I'm still experiencing winter. So I can say that I have experienced the major weathers in this country, and I can tell you that for each of them, if you dress for the weather, you're good to go. But then it is really, really cold. Take it from me. It is. Just come prepared, dress for the weather, and you're good to go. Now, the next one on my list is driving. Driving in this country is is a different ballgame. First of all, when you come in, I feel like I don't know if there's any country's license that they accept. Like they just see the license and they tell you to go ahead and drive. If there is, I don't know, but I would check and put out information, but I doubt. So first you have to, no matter, even if you're coming into this country with 100 years of experience, that's in your pocket. You first have to do a test, a written test, like a driver's test is written, that asks questions like road signs, traffic lights, what to do at different junctions, how to navigate, understanding signs, understanding speed limits in different areas, and all of that. When you pass that, then you can now move on to a G2. A G2 is, so they have three licenses. G1, that's like the baby one, the written one, and then a G2. For G2, when you do the test for G2 and you pass it, you can drive with some kind of conditions, like you can drive on the highway, like on the express. And when you're driving within town, I think you have to drive with someone that is already a full G, or I might be getting these informations mixed up because it's just scattered all over in my head. But for me, I've done the G1. I did it like maybe 2 months after we came in, and I've just been too lazy to book my G2, because so you move from the G1 to G2. That is if you have to, otherwise you just go straight to G. Now that is for the country where I come from, which is Nigeria. When you come with your extracts, that's how it works, depending on the number of years on the extract, and also depending on the person that you meet, the person that attends to you. It is also something. Yes, I said it. But then, like, the advice here is when you come in, just take away everything you know about driving in Nigeria, take it away and just unlearn so that you can relearn. Because here, driving in this country is different. It's nothing like we know at home. Take it from me. Now, on to the next one. This one, I feel like I kind of knew about this one from movies and stuff, right? But living in a house that is not gated or fenced, I don't know. It took me a while to get, not, I'm still trying to get used to it. So when we came in, yard members were staying in a condo, right? So the condo is like a 22-story building, right? And you have, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have like 5 of those buildings in a space, which is supposedly a compound, right? But you have no business together. Like it would take you maybe a 5 meters walk to get to the next one, like to the next condo building, something like that. So when you come in through, it feels like an estate. Yes, it feels like an estate. So you drive in through some pillars. Those things are not gates, pillars. And then you go to your building. When you go into the building, there are some concierge people downstairs. Maybe if you're a visitor, you have to talk to them. They will call and let you in, blah, blah, blah. So you just go up, and then each person has their apartment. Some of the condos in the house, in the building, were 1 bed, 2 bed, 3 bed. They had the penthouse and all of that. That one even felt okay, because you just have this feeling that nobody will just walk in. If you're walking in, the concierge people downstairs should at least ask who you are, where you're going to, who you're looking for. When we now started, when we now start going out, seeing stuff, I would see houses without fence, without gates. Like you just walk up to somewhere, put key, open the door, and you enter inside. There is no gate. I found it weird. I cannot even lie. So when we start looking for a house, I'll see some houses. I'm like, no, I can't stay here. It's too open. It's too this. It's too that. But then maybe it hadn't dawned on me that this is what it is, what it is. But with time, I got to understand that is just how it is. Because who's going to waste money fencing when the place is safe? Like you're not afraid of anything. Well, even if you are, your apartment is insured, security is tight. It's just a lot, like it's a norm, right? In fact, it's now that if you fence your apartment, it now becomes the outlier. Do you get it? Fenced apartments are the outliers here, but yeah, that's it. And it just reminded me of when we're in Lagos. We're going to move houses. The house we're staying in, they had sold it, so we're going to move houses, and that house was in an estate. So I was not telling my husband about how I know we're not going to get any apartment that's not in a gated estate though. We talked and talked and talked. When we finally got our apartment, I wasn't even okay because it wasn't in a gated estate. The house was fenced and gated, quite all right. It was very quiet. We were just two in the compound. But I'm like, we need security, we need this, we need that. Look at me now, staying in a apartment. Let me just say, I walk down the street like this or go to work. But when I come back, as I'm approaching this place, I'm bringing out my key, opening my door and entering inside. Like the first thing I see when I reach my house is my door. And it's okay, like you're not scared. Sometimes you can even forget to lock your door. You can leave your house open, you can go out and come back and nothing is missing because people are even scared. Like you just can't even walk into somebody's apartment. You just can't. You get, because you don't. But it was very shocking to me. And then another thing that I found really shocking was like me and my friends. I can just show up at my friend's house. So when I was in Nigeria, I'm tired, I'm bored, I'm stuff. I'll just drive and go to your house. We'll stay and stuff. But here, if you are going to somebody's house, start calling the person. That is what they call the actual one chance. Because the person might be doing grocery shopping. The person's child might have a play date. The person might do, like, it will be unfortunate for you to just say you want to throw random visits around. Because you will be surprising yourself. You only surprise visit, you will surprise yourself because when you go, you won't see anybody. And what did I do? You now go during cold. You and snow or you and cold will be playing love outside until the person comes. That's if the person even comes back that day or stuff. It's just that you can't throw random visits around here. Take it from me. So another thing that was shocking to me is tipping in this country is like a norm. I don't want to say it's almost compulsory. I'll just say it's a norm, right? You know how back home tipping is like whether you tip, whether you don't tip, nobody really cares, and nobody will act funny because you didn't tip them. Do you get? But here, people can even say that they will not serve you or they won't attend to you because you're not tipping. Is that serious? In fact, sometimes when you go, okay, we traveled to Regina in December and we went out we had a dinner date. We were over 20 people together. And when the guy that was serving us, when he was done, there was something that was in the bill, like it was like a tip in the, like it's legal. It was in the bill simply because he served a table of more than a number, like it's more than a certain number of people. Like it is wild. Meanwhile, in Niger, like where I'm coming from, when you even see that number, you're happy because you have a lot in good. You have like you're making good sales. It doesn't matter whether they tip you or not. You're just over the top because you're working on target for that night. You surpass your target and you are, working on sunshine. We're here. You're all. If you serve more than a certain number of people, it is legal. In your bill, you're going to see the tip will be obviously written. Yeah, it's not even written of it, and you will pay it. Yes, you will pay. It was a shock to me, I can't even lie. Then the next one is, how do I start this one? Hollywood lied to us. You see how when people move into a new neighborhood, people will come and welcome them with cakes, pies, different stuff. I am sorry to break it to you, but in this country, loneliness is real. Lonely at the top. Lonely, lonely, lonely. Loneliness is real, my dear brothers and sisters. I tell you this for free. Like, we've been in this apartment for nearly 2 months. I have seen my landlady once. Okay, no, twice. First, she came in to fix something here, and the other one, I had an Amazon package. It was dropped just in front of her door. I think it rained that day, so she took it in, and then when I came back, she came out, knocked on the door, and gave it to me. That's it. I know that there are more than 4 people living in my landlady's apartment, like her family, children, her family basically. But I can tell you for free that I've never seen anybody. My husband said he met our neighbor like on the other side of this apartment when we're still moving in, and the guy was like, "Oh my God, you're moving in? They just talked. Oh, you're Nigerian. I know you're Nigerian. Blah 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 blah." And that's it. Till today, I've not even seen the person. The person doesn't know me. I don't know. We don't know. See, you can stay in an apartment for 1 year and you don't even know your neighbor. So you see those things that they used to form. Oh, you're new to the neighborhood. Oh, we brought you cake just to say welcome. We hope the place is nice to you. That's not true. Place where you know that you can have relationship, build communities is like church, and maybe um, just is basically about making the conscious effort to go out, socialize with people, create contact, talk to people, and like it's a conscious effort. Otherwise, you're going to be lonely, you're going to be depressed, you're going to be bored, and you just hate it. I'm telling you for free, you just hate it. It was really shocking to me because when I was in Nigeria, you won't even, in fact, you'll be running away from people. That's how it is. Like you will be running away from people. But yeah, that's it. It was a shock to me. I won't even add that. It was a big shock to me. It was huge. But yeah, now the next one on my list is, this one might be contradicting the first one, but these people give out too much information. Someone might be planning to maybe build a house, build a school, do something, already giving you all the details. Oh, I went to talk to this person, I did it, this is the process, this is the process, this is that, this is that. I'm like, you guys, initially, yeah. So there was this day I was in the office, so I don't know what we're talking about, and someone said to me, oh, how old are you? I'm like, excuse you? I actually do not have an issue talking about my age, but the way it just came up, like, it was nothing, and everybody was just talking about stuff that I kind of felt were very personal or TMI, like too much information. There's some information that should be given out on a need to know basis. That is what I think, but that's not how it is here. They just give you the information, like take it like that. You ask, you don't ask, you collect information. And that's it. I remember during Christmas, there's a page I stumbled on IG, and she was like that when she was traveling, the only thing that her colleagues did not ask her was the name of the pilot and the particular flight she was taking. That they asked about everything. Oh, when are you leaving? Oh, what time is it? This? When are you going to the airport? How many bags are you going with? Like too much information. Things that normal in Nigeria. I'm not telling anybody. Like, what's your business? You want to block my flight? I digress. But really and truly, that's just how it is. Like TMI. And then, and when I think about it, I'm like, it's in the same country that people are lonely, people are bored, people are depressed from not having people to talk to. But it's still here that people talk about stuff so openly without holding anything back. I don't know. Somehow the idea of the both of them just, I don't know. It's funny to me. I'm yet to wrap my head around how it works and how it is, to be honest. Now, the next one is pricing. In this Canada, I've come to understand that, well, it's not now that I came to understand it. I understood it from maybe week 2. What is week 2? I'm sure the first time I went to buy something, counter price and shelf price are not the same thing. Okay, let me explain to you. You walk into a store and you see this wristwatch for $50, right? And you're like, oh, okay, for $50 it's okay, I can buy it. You carry it. When you go to the counter, what you're paying is not $50. What you're paying is $50 plus HST, GST, like $50 plus tax. Where I stay in Canada, that's Ontario, tax is 13%. So it is $50 plus 13% of that $50. That's what you end up paying for it. Do you get? So in essence, when you're shopping, when you're doing anything, like just keep it in mind that counter price is not the same thing as shelf price. Because what you're seeing for $1, when you go and pay, you're paying $1, 13 cents, I mean $1 something. So you're not just paying one. Even is as when you buy water, when you buy water in this country, you pay tax. And the tax depends on the province where you're staying, could differ. Some provinces tax is like 10%, some 7%, some are higher than here, which is 14%, I think. But whatever it is, just know that shelf price and counter price ain't the same thing. Yeah, it shocked me. It shook me because what I know is I'll buy something. What I see is 1,000. If I'm paying you 1,000 and I'm moving on. But here, nah, that isn't how it works. Now, another thing that shocked me is still shocking me and will continue to shock me in this part of the world is the independence. I remember about 2 weeks after we landed, we were going somewhere and we got on the bus. And I sat next to a very, very old man. To be honest, I thought that, when it was time for him to alight, I would see someone standing up to go with him, maybe his child or something. The person just sat in a different area of the bus. Like an old man, he was just on his own. See, I don't know, you can call me a softie, you can call me a crybaby, you can call me anything. But anytime I see these people, I always have a tear in my eyes. Do you know what bothers me? I'm like, excuse me, this man does not have children. Like, what exactly is going on here? Why is he going about on his own? Why is he going to church by himself? Why is he going to the mall by himself? Why is he even transporting himself from one place to another alone? Like, where are his family members? Every time. Those are just reminding me that, see, the way this people's system is wired is not the same as ours. Like when their kids are 18, they become independent, they go out, they do stuff on their own. So it's only normal that as you start aging, they'll just take you to shelter homes, and then maybe for some people that just want their parents around, then maybe they will keep you and hire a nanny and stuff. But how or just the best thing that most people do here is you go to the retirement homes and stay, and then you go over to visit your parents or people that are there from time to time. And I don't know, man, like that thing still shocks me, especially when I see them in the bus, or when I see them shopping, or when I see them just doing stuff on their own. Like, I'm talking about 90-year-olds, 90 plus. I've seen 100-year-old, yes, I have. And they are still very articulate in what they're doing, but they're old. Like, they're obviously old. They walk with canes. I'm like, Christ, where are your family members, for God's sake? Like, if something happens now, you have to run. What happens? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking about this thing, like, as the Nigerian that I am, but these are part of the things that have shocked me. I know there are more, like, there are a lot that I can't even begin to list. But I'll also make another list, maybe to update this video and stuff. But yeah, these are the things that have shocked me in this Canada. Some are still shocking me. Some will continue to shock me. I can't even lie, but yeah, that's it. And with that, we've come to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for sticking with me till this time. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and please comment if you have culture shocks that you have experienced that I didn't list out. Please list it out in the comment section. And if you also have had or currently experiencing any shock whatsoever, just put it down in the comment section. If any of these culture shocks is news to you, please also put it down in the comment section. I'd love to read and learn more about it. Thank you guys so much for being here till this time. Till I come your way next week. Have fun, be good, and have an amazing week here.